Hello and welcome to another episode of Northside Now. This is the podcast where we take you on a tour through all of the ministries and the latest happenings around Northside Church to keep you better connected with your church family. My name is Patrick, and with me as always are my co-hosts, Glenn Miller and Kevin Bryant. What's happening, guys?
Merry Christmas.
I can't say Merry Christmas yet.
When is it official that you say Merry Christmas?
I always have to wait till after my birthday.
I feel bad for people in December and January birthdays.
Yeah.
We talked about this before, though. You leveraged it.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick.
For sure. I'm still
maximum giftage.
I'm still leveraging it because Elizabeth's birthday is also in December, so we can just do like this is both of our birthday and Christmas presents, and we can do something really
Get a little
really
bigger.
big and cool. Yeah.
Oh, there you
Just
go.
pool it all together.
Birthday cake all month long. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, so well, happy birthday, Isthmus.
Yeah. Thanks.
Happy birthday, Isthmus.
Yeah.
It's not my birthday yet.
Yeah, it's coming though.
It's getting close.
Not too far from here.
No.
Cool. Well, what else is happening in the great world? We're recording this, but yet we're all pumped about some USA soccer.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd
We
be
won a
great
game.
to say.
Hopefully we won 2 by the time you hear this.
Right.
But we don't know.
At this point, we're recording it. We don't know. We're confident that we have a shot. We don't know the outcome.
Is it Pulisic? Pulisic, is that how you say it? Pulisic. I don't know if it's Pew or Pull. Pulisic.
That's how Americans say it. I don't know. In Europe, it might be Pulisic.
Yeah. If you watch that where he went into the goal and got hit and scored and dude, that guy's like knee caught him right on like his pelvis.
Well, I heard the doctor report and he has a pelvic contusion.
Yeah.
But they were talking about we've ruled out internal organ damage.
Yeah.
And I thought,
it didn't look that bad.
wow, that's bad.
It didn't look like a car wreck.
They're all way over dramatic. You know, it's like you can brush their shoulder and they like fall down on the ground and roll around.
And I kind of thought that was what was happening
No, that's real.
until I saw him.
That's
saw
real.
The guy's knee. I was like,
If somebody blows on you and you get off balance, that's real.
I'm like, these guys need to like go play rugby or something for a little while. And
yeah. Does that shower down to the leagues that you referee?
Well, sure. I mean, everything that people do is real on the soccer field.
Oh,
right?
100%.
100% real.
Nobody flops.
100% real.
Well, and to be honest, I haven't really been watching a lot because I'm kind of boycotting it this year because of all the stuff around.
Way to go.
All that kind of stuff.
You're so
You can
not
Google it.
American.
I know. I thought it was American to not watch soccer. I thought that was...
It depends on where you are, I think.
Yeah.
But I was impressed. This is old news now, but there were some pretty critical questions given to Tyler Adams, the captain of the U.S. team, and he handled them remarkably well. I think a lot of people have been surprised, and this is a little interesting commentary. They've been surprised that he answered them so well.
Yeah.
For quote unquote being young, which I took a little bit of offense to. I think our kids these days, for all the things that, that they're dealing with and whatnot, they're pretty savvy.
Yeah.
And this is like a 23. He's in the 20. Yeah,
he's
23. I'm not surprised that he was that well spoken. But
after the midterm elections, they're saying the younger voters aren't smart enough to really be able to vote, intelligently. So they're trying to push the voting age back to 21.
Oh no!
Have y'all seen this?
No.
Give the kids
Because
some credit.
young people don't really know what they're talking about.
Oh my goodness!
They can't help steer this country.
Well, what's the bar? What is the bar we measure by? Is it like the Kardashians? Or, what is a level of...
The Kardashians is never a bar to measure by.
No.
Well, I don't know. The Kardashians have a bunch of pool.
Yeah, they do. I mean, people listen.
Wait, they have a lot of, like, swimming pools?
Yeah, exactly.
People listen.
A lot of pools.
To, everybody pays attention to the squeaky wheel, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I know somebody made
that
a
is
comment
interesting.
to me.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty hard-hitting question about Iranian-U.S. political relations.
Yeah.
And it was an interesting response. I think it was well said.
And I think people learned something too, or they should have, when they were asking the coach even about the Twitter tweets and stuff like that. Yeah. He's like, we don't put those out.
That's right.
I don't put them out. The team don't put them out. I don't even know who puts them out. Right. You know, someone part of the team at the administrative level or something. But, you know, they're not putting out their own tweets.
No. So. Well, I'm sure you know. I mean, the next World Cup's going to be in the U.S. and Mexico and Canada. But it's coming in 4 years. It'll be here. So that'll be an interesting.
So it's going to be like North America.
Mm-hmm. I just hope we can recapture that Fire Festival energy that Qatar's got going on right now.
Well, isn't that what Nashville wants to do stadium?
Well, as of right now, they're not scheduled to host any games.
Okay, all right.
But there are in big stadiums. So there's going to be in Gillette Stadium. They'll be in, down in Miami. They're going to use NFL stadiums and some soccer stadiums, especially in Mexico.
Yeah, so they're
big stadiums down there. And then a couple of stadiums in Canada. But the main games will be in the U.S. But they're scattered all over from L.A. to Northeast to everywhere else. So that'll be interesting. And there's all kinds of stadiums. I can't remember how many they have in Qatar, but there's several, and there's travel involved. You know, it's not just like they're all in the same city.
Because Qatar's not that big.
Mm-mm. So you're going to have travel things involved when they come to the U.S., but that'll be fun. I think it'll be fun.
I didn't realize we were hosting them.
2026.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Soccer is becoming a big,
it is.
I said becoming. It has been a big thing, but
it's becoming a big thing in the United States.
Yeah, it's getting a lot more notoriety here.
And we're starting to hang with some of the others, and some of the premier players are coming to MLS. And
vice versa. We've got several players that are playing there. League and La Liga and Bundesliga, I'm not sure, but all those European leagues. And I think that's what a lot of people have said is what's bringing the level of play up is having exposure to that game in Europe.
Well, maybe we'll get good enough that Ted Lasso will come back to the United States and coach a team.
I just want him to put out a third season. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I believe.
You believe.
You know, I saw it again recently, and I love the dart scene. You know, for all that series is, if you've seen it before, it's got classic soccer stuff. It's got, the rough language of the league, but it's got a great heart. That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
And that scene is just awesome.
Yeah, it is.
With the darts. Mm-hmm. Just perfect.
We can all learn about how to work and handle and be with people from that, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of believing, I believe that Van Drive has already plugged up for the rest of the season.
Yes, I'm already avoiding it.
Oh, my goodness.
For all the city officials that are listening to our podcast, what's the solution on Van Drive?
Hovercraft.
Oh,
just helicopters. Just fly.
I mean, do you think it'll ever be anything different unless they change the interchange or work through all that? I mean, what else can you do with it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know that there is anything, just especially because a lot of it, goes kind of parallel with the interstate. So it's like you can't go closer to the interstate, but there's buildings here. So unless you
maybe making the 79 exit better. Because that you really got to go out of the way to get back on Van Drive. There should be a onto Van Drive.
Well, with that development down there in Phase 3, I wonder if
is there a way to cut that shorter.
Yeah.
One of the things about Texas growing up was access roads. Mm-hmm. So running parallel to your interstates were access roads, and
which is pretty much what Van Drive is.
That it pretty much is. Yeah. But that helped a lot on getting on and off because you get off, go down the access road, which wasn't quite as crowded as Van Drive is. But
I think I like the hover idea better.
Yeah, hovercraft.
Totally like that. I'd like flying cars. I mean, we were supposed to see them already, according to Back to the Future. And
we've got some.
Oh, you have one?
Have y'all not seen the Jetson 1?
Yeah.
Have I told you about this?
I saw just a clip about it or something.
Yeah. It's like a one-man drone, basically.
Yeah.
Literally
has like four propellers around
Okay.
You. It looks like you're sitting in a drone.
Okay.
This was a couple of months ago, but the creator of this did his a first successful flight from his home to his office commute, and it saved him an hour of drive time because he was just as the crow flies versus winding roads. I looked up and they've already reserved 25,000 to be sold this year.
Wow.
In 2023. So
it's one of the Star Wars movies. One of the newer ones, and they're in that city where the Jedi Temple is. I don't even remember the names. And all those cars, and what's his name, jumps off that building and kind of dives down through those cars that are flying back and forth.
Yep.
That could be Jackson one day.
Oh, yeah.
That made me nervous when he did that. I thought
you'd have to have designated driving lanes. Now you're not restricted to just 2 dimensions on the ground. You have vertical. So, merging up, that would be a thing. Merging up.
Yeah.
And merging down.
Yeah.
and right and left at the same time?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because that's the way it looks like in that in that show. There's just multiple layers.
Well, I mean, they've addressed that in a lot of different science fiction,
for sure,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but
like
that's true.
Blade Runner,
you never
Fifth
see
Element,
that.
or you know,
you never see that in the movies where one goes whoop and goes up to the next level or goes down. I'm going down now.
Well, there's the whole
How many different blinkers do you have?
Fifth
on it?
Element, where Bruce Willis is the taxi driver, and he's and so exactly. He kind of does some of that stuff.
That,
yeah,
that's true.
But people are so good right now just driving.
Oh my goodness!
Like in one plane, if we had a different direction, it's like,
well, let me tell you.
Oh my gosh,
we know what would happen because we're right here at exit 82, and that change that has messed some people up. And I don't even know how they do. I don't even know how they figure out how to get in the opposite lanes they get in.
I don't get it.
I really don't. I was like, what makes you think you can start going to the left of cars?
Yeah.
I mean, on the other side.
And this is so hyper specific to Jackson. So I apologize if people outside of Jackson don't even know what we're talking about. The thing that annoys me most is right out here near the church, the lane between Country Club that is supposed to be a Country Club only lane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And people blow through that all the time to get onto the interstate.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a poor design or what that is. Because generally you think the rightmost lane is going to turn. There's a couple turns there. Every day, several times a day, I run into that where I'm getting ready to turn and somebody blows by me on the right. It's just traffic. It's no big deal.
It's just traffic. No big deal. Growing pains. That's a good thing.
That's it. Yep.
Saying, well, we do have a lot of things coming up in December, and we've teased these things and told you about them, but we wanted to take one last opportunity before we got into all of these. And so Patrick is going to run down a list of all the things that are coming. And then after that, we're going to share with you a really fun and important thing for us all. And it's because of y'all. And we want to tell you a little bit about our 100th episode that's coming soon. But Patrick, let's go down this list of events. We want people to be able to know what's going on. So what's happening?
Well, we've got small group signups that have started. Those small groups are going to start January 8th and go for 8 weeks. They're going to be studying the book Life Together in Christ by Ruth Haley Barton. And there's a list of the different class offerings that we have, times and locations and all that kind of stuff on our website and on the app. So you can go to the events page and see that. But signups for that have started, and so you want to sign up today. Don't miss that. It'd be a good thing to be a part of.
So I know that other people, maybe from other congregations, have perhaps heard the words small group. What does that mean for us here? Is that these are home groups or these Sunday school classes? What does that kind of look like?
Well, these are
both
really.
Okay.
Some of the small groups will meet during Sunday school time, but a lot of them will meet at people's houses or during the week. There's a lot of different times, morning, afternoon, evening, all over the place, to try to find one that'll fit your schedule.
For example, if I'm a family with small kids, it depends on which group you go to, and then you guys kind of work through how you deal with kids, and do they come, do they stay, do you need a babysitter, that kind of stuff.
It's less of a teacher and more of like a facilitator for each group that's going to help kind of guide that discussion and everything. So I guess it kind of is up to each group.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You know what? If there's not a time that's listed that fits it, I'm sure Daphne would be totally fine if you wanted to just start another one.
Yeah.
Get some people together and do one that is whatever fits your schedule.
Now, what's the topic again? It was a book.
The book is Life Together in Christ by Ruth Haley Barton.
I'm about to get into it because I'm teaching or facilitating Wednesday at 11:45 for lunch people that are working. And I've been doing the characters of Christmas, getting ready for that.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to start this new one, but I've heard great things about it. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Also, just started this past Sunday, we've got our 2023 pledge cards out. I'm sure you probably got handed one. If not, they're at the welcome centers. And there's also a place for you to fill it out online or on the app as well. But we ask that you pray about it and figure out what it is that you'd be able to give. Your generosity is what makes everything here possible. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without it, so we're very thankful for it. What is the phrase that Monica always says? It's not about equal giving, it's equal sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's just whatever you can give. It doesn't matter the dollar amount.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps us because it can inform budgets for the year in a very practical way. We usually experience the fact that whatever's pledged may not be what actually comes in. It may actually be a lot more. It could be a little bit less, whatever. But it gives us an idea from a financial standpoint as a church to how we can plan and to be good stewards of the money that comes in. We definitely want to do that. So that's helpful for sure.
Yeah. Also, this past Sunday, we started our Christmas Mission Mart, and that'll be going this coming Sunday as well. There'll be people out in both lobbies during church on Sunday, so make sure you want to go see them. If there's somebody in your life that already has everything and you know you're not sure what to get them for Christmas, this is a great alternative to your normal Christmas shopping.
Or I think you can drop by the church office this week too.
Yeah, I think you can.
See
by the church office,
Monica or somebody.
Yeah. I'm sure they won't turn you away.
No.
Yeah, so the basic idea there, we've talked about it in lots of different ways, but you can come and there's tons of organizations. Do you know how many we have this year?
I think there's 8.
Okay.
7 or 6, between 6 and 8, somewhere like that. About what we've always done.
Some local and some not local, right? That you can donate money to, and then you'll get something in return, a card, I think, that you can give to people and say, hey, I donated to this organization in your honor. And what that does is twofold. It lets you know that you care about them enough to do that, number one, but it helps that organization. And then there's an option for the people who receive it to find out more about that organization if they don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So it's a great win-win for a lot of different people. And it is something different that you don't get that every day. And I think it's a really cool thing we do.
There's a lot of people that don't need more fuzzy socks and lotion, right?
That's right. That's
We
right.
learned that. Yeah.
Or, more Christmas mugs or whatever.
Yeah, things to end up in the attic or in
Exactly.
the closet after the season's over.
In fact, let me put a plea out there. Please do not send anybody in my family another coffee mug.
Well, but you do need to recycle them now and then because not all coffee mugs are created equal.
No, these things they just multiply at our house.
Like some of the coffee mugs that leave the scratch, the scratches in the bottom are probably not something you should keep for a long time. Some are not even microwavable.
That's true.
So even though they're cool mugs, they might not be long lasting. So I don't know. I might
amazing.
disagree with you there. Maybe you need more coffee mugs.
Oh, I've got 3 women at my house that drink coffee
All
on the
coffee
daily
mugs
basis.
work equally as well as target practice.
Yeah.
Just take them to the range.
So great.
Yeah.
And they throw really well against hard walls.
Yeah, but when you've got a nurse and 2 teachers, they just got coffee mugs running out their ears.
Well,
Accumulate.
that's a good thought. So this is a perfect teacher gift.
Yes,
Because
perfect teacher gift.
as a teacher, well, you might be able to say this, Patrick, you get these sometimes, if you're appreciated, but you get gifts at Christmas time. And then what do you do with that the rest of the year? It's one of the things that we have done for our teachers in the past. So it's
we've
a
done
cool
the same
idea.
thing. It is a great idea.
Also, this coming Sunday, December 11th, is the children's musical, 6 o'clock, The Christmas Express. So, make sure you come out and support the kids.
It's train themed.
It is.
I'm going to
Train.
put that spoiler out there.
It is.
Well, that's on the big.
I know. Not too much of a spoiler, but
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's
And,
fun.
with the kids, it's not always going to go perfect. And that makes it 100 times better, in my opinion.
oh yeah.
The reason I come is for the kid that's going to dance and turn around and
the one
stand
that's
on
just
their
going to
head.
spin circles. And
That's the only reason I come. To support that kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're making my life. I'm like, yes, this kid is amazing.
Yes. So
I love that.
Make sure you come out. It's going to be at 6 o'clock in Hope Hall. Then the following weekend is our Christmas cantata.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that'll be Saturday evening, December 17th at 7 o'clock p.m. in the sanctuary. And then Sunday morning, it's going to be one service at 10 o'clock. And there's going to be one performance of the cantata then. And there will be Sunday school at 9 o'clock. So we'll have 9 o'clock Sunday school, 10 o'clock cantata.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
What's the name of it this year? I know.
It's just a service in song.
Service.
I think,
yeah, that's it.
I think it's selections from multiple different cantatas that we've kind of put together.
Yeah.
And there will be some readings in between, and it'll be good.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what a cantata is? Explain it to me. Go.
It's a celebration of, or it's actually a service of word and music.
Hey, Siri. Nope, I guess we're not.
Siri hasn't been invited to
Siri?
the podcast.
Hey,
Siri has laryngitis.
Google cantata. Let's see. Cantata, originally a musical composition intended to be sung, as opposed to a sonata, a composition played instrumentally.
Ding, 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 ding. I was looking the same definition.
Yeah.
a little bit of history on it. It was, of course, like a lot of different things for the aristocracy, the wealthy, something to entertain them. Like an orchestra sonata is all just instrumental. This is a mixture, and it's intended to be sung. And a lot of times it is a narrative story. So you have narration in the middle of it. So it's a collection of songs with something to tie it all together. So if you like music of all sorts, it's definitely something you want to come see. And it's been a tradition here at Northside for, goodness, 30, maybe 40 years.
Yeah, long time.
And it's very common in churches, but some people don't know what it is. And so if you've never seen one before, come check it out. And we do have the Saturday night. So if you're in another congregation or you've got something going on Sunday or whatever it is, you've got a Saturday night option.
Yes. And then we're going to be getting into the next weekend, Christmas Eve services.
Wait, there's more?
There's always more.
Oh my goodness.
We're not done yet. Yeah, Christmas Eve, traditional 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock services. It'll be great. The 5 o'clock will be live streamed. So if you're off visiting family or traveling or whatever, and you still want to tune in and celebrate with your church family, you can do that.
Always one of the best services ever is Christmas Eve candlelight.
I'm so excited about pulling all of those candles out. And
I was going to ask, are we going to have candles again this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Doing candles.
Candles.
If people don't always realize the amount of time it takes to pull all those candles out and put them together. But
yeah, it does. It takes effort. That's for sure.
But it's worth it.
It is.
It's a cool effect, for sure.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, cool.
And then we will have Christmas Day. Christmas Day falls on a Sunday. So we're going to have one joint service at 10 o'clock in Hope Hall on Christmas morning. And there will be no Sunday school that day. So don't have to worry about that.
A Christmas breakfast. Oh, no, wait.
I wish. Is this a tradition we can start? Whenever Christmas falls on a Sunday, we have a Christmas breakfast?
Maybe.
We'll talk to Nancy. Can we have a Christmas breakfast, Easter breakfast, 4th of July breakfast?
Let's just have breakfast once a month.
I just think we just need to have a continental breakfast every Sunday. You know, it's like...
Well, and speaking of breakfast,
I want a Belgian waffle machine.
Yeah, that would be cool. And speaking of breakfast, I did try the fruit compote.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. It was really good.
We've had several iterations of fruit compote at home.
Yeah.
But most of them do not include the plums.
Yeah.
And there's one of the apricots, I guess. But I've never had it quite like that.
Plum good.
Yeah. I'm curious where we get it, because this is the only place and time that I've ever seen it like that or eaten it or anything. Like, I never see it like that anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. Whose recipe it is or whatever.
Well, they said Susan Davidson. I'm not sure.
Was that?
Oh, yeah.
That's what
She said,
It's an original recipe.
I guess.
That's cool.
I guess.
And then the following Sunday is New Year's.
Woohoo!
Kicking off 2023 at church. Again, we're just going to have one joint service at 10 o'clock. This time it's going to be in the sanctuary. So show a little love to both spaces.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
And I know you got family stuff and everything that goes on for the holidays, but I don't know, for me, as Christ followers, to have church on Sunday morning of actual Christmas Day is really huge. I mean, I feel like that's so extremely appropriate that we need to do that. Mm-hmm. And then to kick off your year in church.
Yeah. Sets the precedent for the whole year.
Sets the precedent for the whole year. So it's just, it rolls around every once in a blue moon where this happens. And so, it's a good ending and beginning to celebrate the Alpha and Omega.
Yeah.
There we go. I see what you did there.
So seriously, though, I think it's great that we're able to do that this year.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
And you have the option of joining even when you're not in town.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's perfect too.
Stream. We get it. I mean, that's part of it. But if you're just wondering, well, should I go or I have nothing else to do, just come on.
Come on.
And then we're not doing a few things that we typically do, right?
Yes. We're not going to have any Wednesday night activities on December 21st, December 28th, or January 4th.
Yeah.
So we're going to take those Wednesday nights off, take a little bit of a breather, but then we're going to kick things back up the following on January 11th.
Fun stuff. And can y'all believe that 2023 is here?
Almost here.
It's
pretty much.
The future.
Pretty much just
Almost
here.
here.
I'm still processing 2020. Let's be honest.
Talking about schedules during the week, do we still have pickleball and things going on through the holidays in terms of the facility?
Yeah, we are going to be having pickleball and things going during the holidays. And the facility, the offices will be open most all the time, especially that last week, except for the 26th and the 2nd.
Okay.
Yes.
the offices will be closed both on those days. Those are official recognized holidays for everybody because they fall on Sundays. So we've been giving those off. But yes, pickleball will be up and running, and you can get the code and stuff. People are going to be buying all their new pickleball stuff. They got to use it. I don't want them to wait till 2023. So yeah, pickleball we set up. The youth will pretty much be down except for basketball preparation, and that will be pretty low key too. So yeah, there will still be a few things going on, but not very many.
When does basketball start for the youth?
Games start in January, so they'll start the week of the 8th, 9th, whatever that is.
Got it.
So
the Purple Penguins.
The Purple Penguins are about to be on screen after the first of the year.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do a feed.
I think they might.
Nice. It's going to be fun.
That'd be fun.
So yeah, basketball season, and we've got more teams than we've ever had. 7 teams, I think, altogether this year.
Now that league is other area churches or organizations, or who all plays in that?
Church league is area, citywide, and actually spanning out to like Medina this year.
Really?
Coming over. All churches except for Young Life's been having teams the last few years.
Yeah.
And so they're a parachurch organization.
Right.
But yeah, you have to be kind of involved with some form of churchiness, I guess. So, but yeah, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a big league when you stop and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
They usually have over 20-something teams, and both the boys and the girls, and high school, and then middle school kind of goes up and down. But we know of multiple teams this year that are going to be in it from churches.
And that's been going on here in Jackson for a long time, right?
I think I want to say 81. Or 80 something was the first girls basketball team that was created for church league, and I don't know how long the boys have been playing it. That's not in the minutes anywhere or the ministry lesson.
I know
anywhere.
there were teams in the late 80s, for sure. So on the boys' side,
that's pretty cool when you stop and think about it. It's been a thing, and we're gonna get to play some games in our gym this year. Nice. And we did some of that last year, and so that's fun. So we'll definitely be putting that out. And last year we did some sports minutes. I don't know if we'll do that this next year, but that was fun to put some of those out there. But the kids enjoyed those. That was really funny. So we may do a few of those. But church league basketball, it's a big deal. Big deal.
Do you think we'll get snow in December? It usually doesn't come until January, maybe February, right?
Well, now we're not because you jinxed it.
Oh, I didn't knock on wood. Yeah.
The funny thing was like several years ago, because it popped up on my Facebook, November 11th.
Really?
Or something like that. It was snowing because I had a really cool picture from the Vesper area back here at the back. I don't know. White Christmas would just be so cool.
It would be cool. It just doesn't happen very often.
What does it have to be? You have to have, is it a full inch to be a legitimate white Christmas?
I have no idea.
On the ground or something. I think there is a official like what you've got to have to make it official. But hey, I mean, if someone toilet papers your yard, you probably be a white Christmas.
I know we talked last year about fake Hallmark movie snow.
Yeah.
And, we could throw that out here.
Yeah, how cold does it have to be to keep snow that you man-made?
Well, some of it's not frozen.
I mean, if you just use potato flakes, then you're...
That's right. It could be really warm.
So
and
gross.
you still have snow.
How many potato flakes would it take to cover the entire city of Jackson?
And then after you're done shooting whatever movie or whatever you're doing, then you just have mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah. Ugh. Delicious.
Scoop it off the edges.
We'll say it's gravy.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about all that. So.
Oh, my.
But yeah, and that's pretty well what we got coming and what we don't have coming.
That's a lot in the next,
that's a lot the next
couple of weeks.
One of those things would be a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of opportunities. And I almost forgot this. The nativities are out.
Aha.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you haven't dropped by the church yet, they're out all over and looks great. Lori, Kevin's wife, and several of her friends and youth came up and helped get all that ready. So thanks to those who did that. But come by and see the nativities, and any of these different events we've talked about are great opportunities to come by and check them out.
I also forgot to mention, we are kind of in the middle of our Characters of Christmas series that we're doing. So we've done Joseph, and this past Sunday was Mary. and Josh Allen covered
Zechariah
and
Elizabeth.
last Wednesday,
Yeah.
and Elizabeth on Wednesday. So we're gonna keep going through. I guess are you closing things out?
I am the Wise Men.
The Wise Men on January 1st.
I think it's going to be a Wednesday night, the first Wednesday night we get back together.
Okay.
But I'm the official Sunday closer.
So yeah, every Sunday and Wednesday night we're going to be talking about a different character from that book, Characters of Christmas by Daniel Darling. We have copies in the church office, so if you want to get a copy of that and follow along, go see Daphne or Jana or someone in the office, and they'll get you hooked up.
Yeah, on the first, the Wise Men, where we talk about the Great Adventure.
The Great Adventure.
Does that bring you back some Stephen Curtis Chapman?
It does. That's
memories?
exactly what I was singing.
You know, some of that good old stuff. I don't know if that's going to be sung on that day, but
Saddle up my horses.
yeah. And I will not be talking about horses again in this song. Well, all of that stuff is great, but for us, the three amigos, your lovable hosts, have a really big thing coming up soon.
We do.
Our 100th episode. We finally made it.
Woo!
Who out there has listened to every single episode? Yeah, I've listened to every one, but are there anybody else that's listened to all of them?
I don't know.
That's a lot.
It was on my Spotify list of 2022 most listened to podcasts.
Yeah.
Northside Now.
Hey, all right. We made the list.
I may have a problem at 21,000 and something hours of listening to music. Or what is it? Hours?
It's
Minutes.
minutes.
Minutes. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot.
They already send all that stuff out because I got
Came
to
out
see if
yesterday or day before.
see if I've got mine.
it's fresh.
My problem is I don't have Spotify.
Yeah.
So I feel kind of left out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I love Spotify. Actually, I listen to almost every music medium, and so I probably have a problem. But yeah, we're going to be doing our 100th episode. It's going to be a live broadcast on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, which is at Northside Jackson.
Northside Jackson.
Yeah. So we'll be putting stuff out about that, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a live audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about this. If somebody would really love to be a part of that, how do they get hooked up?
Come on. We're going to record it on the 15th of December at 6:30 in the youth room, in the gym, not in the podcast room. We can't reveal its
hidden location.
But for donations, we may give you a tour on that evening only of the podcast room.
Yeah.
For donations.
That's right.
Bring us your gifts and your offering.
Yes.
No, that's terrible.
We will take donations. Anything but live chickens. We're good. No live chickens.
I mean, I might be open to a live chicken.
Yeah, Barbie said I can't have a live chicken. So
my dog would love a live chicken.
Yeah.
No dead chickens either.
Yeah, no dead chickens. Yeah,
unless it's fried already, and then
if it's fried
chicken. Hey,
from the food giant outside.
Yeah. There you go.
Out on 85. Yeah, but seriously, we're going to be doing a live, and we want you to come. We've been sending out invitations to all of our former guests, and if you're a listener, we want you to come and hang out with us for the evening. It won't be an all-night event, but come and see how we do this, and we're going to celebrate, and who knows what all we'll talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll do a few interviews from the people in the audience and relive some good things, some surprises. It's just going to be good. It's going to be good. So it's a big deal for a podcast to hit 100 episodes.
It is. That's a big milestone.
And then we'll probably take a small break the end of December and come back in January with some new stuff. I think we're going to play around and do something a tad bit different. Not wildly different, but
yeah, keep things interesting.
Yeah. We'll still do the interviews and stuff occasionally, but it's going to be fun. But we don't want to reveal all those great changes yet.
Yeah.
There's really,
spoilers.
Yeah, we won't spoil everything. But do come the 100th episode on December 15th. That's a Thursday evening at 6:30 in the gym upstairs in the youth room. And if you can't make that, tune in on.
Yeah, you can watch with us live.
That's right.
Live.
That'll be fun.
That's it. Yeah. It'll be good.
I'm excited. Well, guys, thanks for podcasting with me. And thanks to all of you out there in the world for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch the latest from us, you can follow us on Instagram at Northside Now Podcast. Go to our website, northsidejackson.com, or email us at podcast@northsidejackson.com. We hope to hear from you soon. Once again, this is Patrick.
This is Glenn.
I'm Kevin.
And that's what's happening at Northside Now.
Bye-bye.